Hello, welcome to this presentation. I'm Nicholas Castellan, and we're going to talk about best economists and some of the rich people that became rich. We're going to talk about how they became rich, what they did to become rich, and this is all about economy. We're going to talk about monetary policy. We're going to talk about federal policy. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Lenny Winky, for letting me being the host of this presentation. Jack Ma. Jack Ma is the second richest guy in China. He was born in a region called Hanzhou in China. He wasn't rich when he was born. He was a pretty poor guy. In some interviews, he actually said that he wasn't good at math and he wasn't the best at school actually. But he was good at English, so he tried teaching English and in different schools, and that's what he did. Then he tried applying for KFC, and he was the only employee. He was the only guy who they didn't hire. He actually applied for the police in China, and they reject him again. But nothing of this stopped him from being the richest guy in China. And I'm gonna tell you on the next slide. Jack Ma, in his apartment, he installed and he created this called Alibaba, which is a company that will sell Chinese products to all around the world, kind of like Amazon. But in this company, it will work like with points, and the company will have to buy on more amount of products to resell them. It's kind of like business for big companies, it's just like for big companies. It's not for every customer. It's not like for normal customers. So this Alibaba didn't work for the first 3 years, but after the first 3 years, he didn't give up and he kept working on it, and he finally made it a big company, selling more and moving more money than eBay, this big company. And then he made the Tmall company, and then he made the Taobao company. Adam Smith is a Scottish political economic and philosopher. He has become famous by his influential book, The Wealth of Nations. This book was published on the year 1776. Smith was the son of the comptroller of the customs of Kirkcaldy, 5 Scotland. The exact date of his birth is still unknown. The book, The Wealth of Nations, as the title says, it talks about the wealth of nations. But why is it relevant still today if it was made long ago? Well, this book, it's still relevant today because it makes a still pertinent and compelling case for free trade, low taxes, and the invisible hand of the marketplace. Hey, now let's talk about Elon Musk really quick. Elon Musk is a really rich guy right now in US. He has a pretty good story. He was born in 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa, and by the age of 10 years old, his parents divorced. And this last from 10 years old to 12 years old, he really taught himself into computer science. He made his first game and he sold it at the age of 12 for $500 approximately. Then Elon Musk moved from South Africa to Canada with her mom because he moved to Canada to avoid military service. And then he started studying on the University of Pennsylvania. He started studying physics and business. After he studied this, he started working in his business called Zip2, which was his first business created. And this business was the one that actually made him a little bit rich. He sold it after making it. And then he started making Tesla and all that, but it's a long story, so this is all I can tell you. And this is how he became rich. The cars that Elon Musk designed, first of all, they're electric, so you save a lot of money just by using electric resources instead of gas. It's one of the best cars right now in technology, if you're talking about technology, because it has a lot of features. And also because all he did with the Roadster car, the first car he made, well, it wasn't the first car he made, but it was the car that made him a 25% profit after that. Japan actually made a trade surplus. So this means that it was exporting more products that it was importing. And this is what made China very successful for about 20 years. after the World War II. I just want to say that it has a 4%. For me, that's not that much because I know my country and I know that there is a lot of jobs and there's just people that don't want to work, or there's people that just don't want to. There's just people that want to earn more money than what they earn, because they normally earn about $100 per week on average in Mexico. So that's why I think there's an unemployment. And the unemployment rate is not that big actually. GDP, meaning gross domestic product, was created to actually measure the progress in economy in a country. And the GDP is important because they can compare the GDP from one country to another. It is important for the government, not for me, honestly. The government has the power of lowering the taxes or raising the taxes in order to make people spend less money or spend more money. So if the economy is actually going down, so what the government will do is decrease the taxes so people spend more money, since they will have more money to spend, and that will make the economy grow again. But in the other hand, if the economy is growing too fast, then what the government will do is raise the taxes so people spend less money and the economy goes down again. And that's how it works. Not much to say about Greece, but since they accepted the euro in their country, their economy just got worse and worse. Now I'm going to talk about really quick about the monetary policy. This is controlled by the Fed. That's how it's called, the organization. It's an independent organization. And what this does, it's lowering the rate of interest for banks. So if they lower their interest, investors will actually invest more money. And if they raise the rate of interest, then the investors will spend less money. And this is another way of controlling the economy. So here we have the difference between the monetary policy and the fiscal policy. But basically, fiscal policy is controlled by the government, and monetary policy, it's an independent organization. And thank you very much. To end this presentation, I'm just going to leave you with this message I have right here. It says, move fast and break things. Unless you are breaking stuff, you're not moving fast enough. By this guy who created Facebook. And thank you very much for watching this presentation. I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you, Lini Winky, and have a good day. Thank you very much.